Hi guys, I'm Ed from Guitar Space, and today we're going to look at the Maono PD400X, a microphone that could be just what you're looking for. First, we got to do a little bit of housekeeping. The good people at Maono contacted me to review the PD400X microphone. So in full disclosure, they sent me the microphone with the accompanying boom arm. This is not a paid promotion by Maono, but I do get to keep the microphone. It's not going to influence my review. The words and opinions are mine, and I stand by them. All right, so first, what's the Maono PD400X? It's a dynamic microphone. It's right here. So you'll be hearing what this sounds like. I'm not going to do any additional post-production to this. What you hear is what you get. All right? So it's a dynamic microphone. It doesn't need phantom power. It has XLR and USB connectivity. The company website states that it's a top pick by podcasters and perfect for gaming, live streaming, and more. The microphone itself is easy to set up right out of the box. It doesn't require to download or install any drivers. You can easily just plug and play right out of the box. And I began using it immediately, which I don't suggest as the mic is relatively flat sounding out of the box. This isn't anything negative. It's to be expected. So I suggest that you download the Maono Link app. It's a free app. It's easy to download. It's easy to install. It's easy to use. And it's easy to dial in your own customized vocal sound. The mic and the app's UI and UX are easy to understand and fun to use. Now, once I dialed in my vocal sound, I haven't looked back. I continue to use this mic as my primary utility mic. Let's take a look at the features of the Maono PD400X. All right, as I mentioned before, USB XLR connectivity. Now, this dual USB XLR output allows for digital and analog recording. This will enable you to use it anywhere in your workflow process. I commonly switch between, right now I'm using it via USB, but I'll also plug it into my audio interface and use it in my regular workflow for other recording needs. Now, it also has a standard 3/8-inch connection. All right, it's a threaded connection. This base attaches right to the back of the standalone mic, so I can just have this, and this comes with the microphone, or I could use the boom arm, which I actually very much enjoy and would suggest if it's within your budget. The next thing is that it has a cardioid pattern. The built-in cardioid pattern provides an excellent off-axis noise suppression. So it keeps the background noise, the kids, dogs, neighbors, etc., at a minimum during a meeting or a podcast interview. So I very much like that cardioid pattern that's built in. There's also a 3-in-1 multi-function compound knob where you can easily control many of the functions directly from the microphone that you control from the app. It's a smart knob, basically, and it provides quick access to mic gain, headphone volume, and monitor mix. You just press the knob, you can feel it click, then the icon shines. For the microphone, it's green. For the headphones, it's blue. When you have both of them are lit, you adjust the monitor mix. One of my favorite features is the tap to mute. It's right on the top side of the microphone, and it allows you to mute the mic with a simple and easy to reach click. How many times have you been on a new type of meeting app and you can't find how to mute it, especially if you get a knock on the door, or again, the dogs are barking or something like that. You have outside noise issues, or they're asking for you. They're looking for you. Are you on? Did you fall asleep? Especially when the video camera is not on. I like that, because when the camera's not on, I'm constantly turning it on and the microphone on and off. We talked about the Link app, the Maono Link app. It's on the website. You download it. Again, it's easy to use. And I quickly dialed in a high-quality sound that's suitable for voiceovers and narration. Use it all the time, so they really do just plug and play. Next, let me talk about how I use the Maono PD400X microphone. And use it for various tasks in my workflow. let's take a look at it one at a time. One of the things that I do is online lessons. So I plug the PD400X via the XLR into my Tascam Mixcast 4, into track 1. And although the Tascam provides voice processing, since I've used the Maono link, it's already tweaked. The mic's already tweaked. It's already EQ'd. It's set up for my voice. It's great. I plug my guitar into a short pedal board and then into track 2. I use backing tracks that are easily accessed from the sound pads. I also use my iPhone because there's a drum app that I like to use, and I use that on the on track 3. The sound pads have their own dedicated. It's track 8. It's its own dedicated track, and then I just mix it, and I'm ready to go. I'm real happy with this setup because I can just play guitar. The boom arm makes it easy to get comfortable with and keep the mic out of the way, and I very much enjoy the boom arm, and I record directly into the Tascam's podcast editor. This I use to adjust the volumes of the guitar and and just balance some volumes and stuff. Then I drop the video into Final Cut Pro, and I just crop and edit the visuals. The workflow process has gotten really easy, and I'm real happy with using it for online lessons, master classes, and seminars that I do. I do a free one once a month, and this workflow process, great for me. I'm real happy with it. The other thing that I do, podcast interviews and online meetings. Lots of online meetings. Listen, we're in a post-COVID world where a lot of business presentations went online. So for this, I use it via USB on the desktop and on the laptop. In the past, I've been locked into using the laptop, into using this computer over here. I have another desktop machine that I'm using now, but most of the time I use a laptop, especially for meetings. And it's just real easy. I just use the USB connectivity on it, and use the headphone out jack to monitor the headphones, and I'm all set. For interviews, I do the same thing, but for interviews, I like using the Tascam podcast editor just in case I need to tweak mic levels, and post-production. Again, I still use the headphone jack on that. Now, let me talk about voiceovers. I occasionally get voiceover work, not all the time. My wife is actually the voiceover artist, and she does commercials and podcasts and stuff, and she gets hired for that. And here what we do is we plug the PD400X via USB into the audio interface, just right here. Excuse the mess. I'm just, I'm constantly working, so I don't have a dedicated, that real Zen-like setting that you see some folks have, where everything is perfect, the lighting is perfect, the sound stage is clean, But at any rate, I plug in this microphone into that audio interface, into this computer running Logic Pro, and simple setup. So this microphone bounces back and forth between 3 different computers and for various different tasks. It's just it's worked nicely. And again, I used the Maono Link app to tweak the sounds. So to wrap this up, finding a podcast mic, that's a little tricky. So you got to take a look at your options. What do you need the microphone for, and what's your budget? What are your expectations? It's tough because there's so many choices, and you don't want to break the bank. You want to find something that works for you. I found this, and it works great. It is, for me, the perfect all-around mic solution. For my podcast studio, which is what this computer does, then I have my regular recording studio, which is what this computer does, and for my online meetings, which is what my laptop does. I'm thrilled with this mic. I highly recommend it, and I've used it for everything. I did try, because the website did suggest using it for singing. For pro use, I need a mic with more headroom. You do have to turn the gain up on this mic quite a bit to get a nice signal to noise ratio and at a nice level. That would be my only criticism of it, really. The other criticism, if you will, is if you're looking for something portable, the mic is sturdy, which means it's heavy. It's a little bulky. I don't mind because I'm used to carrying equipment. And the fact that I don't have to carry an audio interface and a separate monitoring system, that's the trade-off here. You know, I can use this, monitor via the headphone jack. It works just fine. So I use it as a portable microphone. You might find it a little bit heavy and bulky. I just find it sturdy. I mean, I think it's built like a tank, you know, kind of like a Boss pedal, you know, and I'm looking at this from the standpoint of a guitar player that does online meetings, because I use it for online lessons, and it's replaced what I was using before. And without naming brands, I was using a $500 microphone before. The street price on this is $150. The arm, the boom arm, is like $80. So if you have a $230 budget, I think this will work very well for you. It's worked well for me. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.